Welcome back everyone, it's untapyourgo, and today we're playing Dimir, Yorion, Control, in Standard. This is essentially a rogues deck based around Thieves Guild Enforcer and the rest of the rogues package with Soaring Thought-Thief, Acquisitions Expert, Nighthawk Scavenger, and Glasspool Mimic. So what we're trying to do is assemble the rogues into play and then blink them with Yorion and Thassa. Yorion allows us to also blink other permanents in our deck to be able to accrue advantage over the course of the game. We can blink our Teferi's Tutelage to draw more cards, and we can blink our Glasspool Mimic to be able to retarget different creatures to copy. And we can also use a Glasspool Mimic to copy the Yorion to be able to start like a loop. We have a bunch of removal with a copy of Bloodchief's Thirst on the bottom end, a mix between Feed the Swarm and Heartless Act. I don't know which one is better in the format, so I'm kind of just playing a mix with both and playing around with the numbers. All 4 copies of Drown in the Loch because we can counter our opponent's stuff and kill their creatures equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. And then to finish off the deck, we have 4 copies of Into the Story to be able to draw 4 cards and refill our hand. And then in the mana base, we have all 4 pathways, 3 Dismal Backwaters, a mix of basics, a couple Fabled Passages, and 2 copies of Castle Locthwain to draw some cards. And that's the deck. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down in the description below for you to try the deck out yourselves. And please consider leaving a like and a comment. I'm trying to get 10 likes on today's video. And please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications. Let's take this into some games and mill out our opponents. Alright, so we're on the play, and our opening hand seems pretty good, so we're going to try it out. So I'm going to play the Pathway first, so I can lead off with the Thieves Guild Enforcer, hope we draw into a 3rd land, and then I can copy it with the Glasspool Mimic. And our opponent is on the Graveyard strategy. I can hold up the Drown in the Loch. So I'll just pass. Pepper the Swarm. It's kind of awkward. I'm just going to counter it though. Cool. So we drew into our land. And I'm just going to go ahead and play this now. Copy the Thieves Guild Enforcer, and that puts our opponent to 7. So we're almost there. Opponent accidentally pumping up our Thieves Guild Enforcer. I'll go ahead and play the Nighthawk Scavenger. Now, while our opponent might have a way to bring back their Archfiend's Vessel, we can just kill it with the Heartless Act. Alright, Murderous Rider for our opponent's pretty good too. Nothing to follow it up with though. So we'll go ahead and just play our 2nd copy. Get in for another 3. Okay, our opponent's packing a lot of removal. So I'll go ahead and play Into the Story first. Found a land, which is perfect. I'll actually... yeah, I think I'll just play this. Play it as a blue source. Get in for 3 and see if our opponent wants to jump. Opponent's bringing back the Archfiend's Vessels, which we can kill both. So that's honestly okay. Do they have any more copies? They have 1 more copy left in their graveyard. I'll just go ahead and kill them both. Another Call of Death Dweller for our opponent. Teferi's Tutelage isn't bad. I'm just going to go ahead and kill the 5/5. We don't want them to have all that aggression in the air. I'll play this Glasspool Mimic as a land and just pass it up. I counter their Fabled Passage with my Fabled Passage. Let's make that Black Lotus bloom. Liliana, Waker of the Dead for our opponent. Kills our dude. We drew him anyway. So I think we'll play it. I'll play the Teferi's Tutelage first. I don't think we need that. And we'll pass it up. Opponent's going to make us discard to Thassa, which is unfortunate, but I think... I was going to say, relying on the Teferi's Tutelage seems better, but our opponent dealt with that too. They're exhausting our resources, so we're pretty close. They're pretty close to being... I think they're actually taking the lead here, but that's a good draw for us. Well, our opponent's rats are pretty good. They have Menace, right? Not Death Touch. Okay. Opponent even hit me with the oops, so that was just a mistake. We're going to play the Soaring Thought-Thief. That's going to help us a lot. Opponent's down to 20 cards in the library. And I think we try to be aggressive towards this Liliana. Yep. Wipe off his creatures. I'm okay with losing mine for now. We have to get this Liliana off the board. Unless he decides to kill the Soaring Thought-Thief with it, and then I'd actually be okay with it. I also wouldn't mind finding our Castle Locthwain just so we can start drawing some cards. Opponent's just going to plus up. Make a rat. Ooh, another Soaring Thought-Thief. That's pretty good. So now we can put the Liliana down to 1. Mill our opponent for 4. We can also get in the aggression and try to just go for our opponent. Alright, Bloodchief's Thirst. It's a good response. Piper of the Swarm just like low-key putting in the work though. Opponent's definitely got engines. And we're just relying on a few rogues. I'm surprised that we've even held up this far. Glasspool Mimic for us isn't bad. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the Liliana. Just get rid of it. Milled a few good cards for our opponent. They're down to 7, so 2 more attack steps or 1 way of milling and we might have this game. Just need to stay alive for a turn. Okay, second copy of Piper. No attacks for our opponent, and I think that's game. Mill 2, they go down to 4. I'll attack. And we'll hit them with a good game. Opponent's on the play, and I like this hand, so I'm going to keep it. Hopefully we can draw into our 3rd land. Let's go ahead and pop the Black Lotus and set up for a turn 2 Thought-Thief. Okay, Robber of the Rich for our opponent's kind of annoying. They took our Glasspool Mimic. think I'll go ahead and just kill this Robber of the Rich with the Feed the Swarm. Bolt Hound is cool. Play a Nighthawk Scavenger. This is pretty good against mono red. Nah, that's fine. Now I can actually just hold up counter magic, which feels good. Opponent has nothing, so I'll just lead off with the Soaring Thought-Thief. Second copy is good. Just going to counter that, and that should be scoop worthy. No, opponent's hanging in there. I'll play this as a black source. Go ahead and get in for 6. And we're set up for lethal. Okay. Good game, opponent. Leave them with the smooch. And we have a decent amount of interaction, so I mean, we'll keep it. Against mono red, it's probably a bad idea that I kept that hand, actually. Robber of the Rich, 2. Wow, they took a Yorion. Well, I guess we'll just pass and flash in the Thought-Thief. Block the Fervent Champion. And they took our Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay, I think we play the Teferi's Tutelage here. Heartless Act is a good draw for us. I think I'll just actually discard the Acquisitions Expert. It's probably not necessary. They're going to dump their hand really fast. And we'll hold up the Thought-Thief for a block. Okay, Relic Robber for our opponent. Well, I'm just going to block the Relic Robber. Another Thought-Thief is good. So I think what we do is play the one Thought-Thief, attack with the one, mill them, and then hold up the Heartless Act. Bolt Hound is good. I'm gonna have to kill that though. Opponent decides to attack with everything anyway. So I'll trade with their Robber of the Rich. They might have a shock. Yep. Alright, so we're taking a damage here. So I think we actually play the Thieves Guild Enforcer into Nighthawk Scavenger. Hope they can't kill it. Ah, we don't actually have the double black. Well, we're going to play this out then. We're going to attack with a 0-1 and pass. Thundering Rebuke's pretty good. We have to trade. We go to 1. And now the worst part is our opponent can just pass and we lose. That's pretty good. We'll hit him with a good game. Let's see, do I have any way of dealing with this? It's not enough. Our opening hand is pretty weird. We need mana. I'm still gonna keep it because we might be able to draw into some more lands. Never punished. So we'll run out the Hagra Brood Pit. Alright, Birth of Meletis. So this is probably just like Doom Foretold, or just the blue-white Yorion. Play the Thieves Guild Enforcer first. Get some cards in their graveyard. Altar the Pantheon. Okay. That's cool. Opponent has 2 cards in grave. We're going to run out our Nighthawk Scavenger. Start pressuring their life total. So they might have like a Shatter. Okay. And the story is still not cheap yet. Close though. We need to definitely draw into a land soon. This will at least enable the Thieves Guild Enforcer to be a 3-2. Opponent offers us the island. We'll start getting in on the offensive. Now I just hope that they don't have a Shatter the Sky, because if we had a land we could have countered it. That would feel bad. Okay, Birth Meletis for our opponent. Meletis. Alright, Banishing Light's not too bad. That's cool. Still not a land. Well, I think we just go after the life total and hold up removal / counter magic. Alright, nothing for our opponent. They're probably holding up counter magic of their own. We drew into mana. We're just going to get in with both. And then we're not too bad. We can hold up into the story and drown the Loch. I'm into the sea. That's fine. Opponent buys Yorion. So I could play the Thieves Guild Enforcer Part 2. There goes one of the Shatter the Skies. That's pretty good for us. If I can hold up Drown the Loch and play Soaring Thought-Thief. I'll just get in for 2. Alright. Well, we'll just play that, and same deal. We're just going to hold up the counter spell, except this time actually be able to have the mana to play it. That was definitely my mistake. That can resolve. Alright, we drew into a Yorion of our own, which is okay, but not necessary right this second. Well, our opponent is completely tapped out. Seems like a perfect opportunity to get him. He just got. An opponent scoops! Nice. Our opponent's on the play, but we have a pretty good hand, so we're going to keep this. Up against good old red. Didn't even attack. What a legend. Uh-oh. I was about to say, I thought I might have gotten disconnected. Coom Hellhound, okay. Our opponent finally decides to attack. I'm not gonna try to block. We'll flash in our Thieves Guild Enforcer, which is most likely gonna get shocked. Okay, opponent has 3 cards in their grave. I think I don't know what's more important, if I should set up for the Nighthawk Scavenger next turn, or if I should hold up for the Drown the Loch. I probably should hold up for the Drown the Loch, because I can't let them get too far ahead. Okay, another Coom Hellhound for our opponent's pretty good. So instead of countering the one he just played, I'm just going to kill the one that he can attack with. Alright, so we did not draw into the untapped land, which is unfortunate. We need to try to keep our life total high. Target Intimidator isn't too scary, but it is a good mana sink for the opponent. Hits me for that 0. Big flex. So play this against some life again. We're going to play the Nighthawk Scavenger. Hope he can't kill it. Alright, Annex of the Forge. It's pretty good. I guess we're going to try to kill the Coom Hellhound. That's fine. If I had blocked the Fervent Champion, that would have been a blowout. I'll play this for blue. Alright, we're going to play this Yorion with no targets. If they drew the Embercleave, that's going to be unfortunate. I mean, we're still technically alive. Not like it truly matters. Well, we'll destroy the NX. And scoop. Hey everyone, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. It means a lot. And so today we went 3-2, so we're a pretty okay finish. I didn't get to do the Yorion or Thassa combo with Thieves Guild Enforcer and like that whole interaction, but it seemed to kind of play as a mix between rogues and a nice just Dimir control shell. The only thing the deck was missing was like mass board control, like Extinction Event or, you know, something along those lines. Pestilent Haze maybe. since we're pretty heavy in creatures and we need the creatures in play for the Yorion to work, is that's the only reason why I didn't play any board wipes. But the deck was a lot of fun, and if you're interested in playing it, again, the link is down in the description. And let's see if we can get to 10 likes on this video. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It means a lot and it helps the channel growth. And hit that bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with the next video. And that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for watching.